Jasmine Show. It's Jasmine, of course, and today I'm coming to you with a story time that is about two topics: my virginity story and a near-death experience. A few weeks ago, I asked like my Instagram question thing and my YOLO if I do a story time, what would like people want me to talk about? And the two main ones that could just kind of was like, oh, I could talk about that to me, like, was the virginity and the near-death experience. So also too, got a new intro, gotta love it. I don't know, I randomly just one day was like, want a new intro. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but I just didn't want to put in the time to like music, edit it, stuff like that, but I did it. So yeah, and I have a new outro too, but you'll see that at the end of the video. But more important things, switching gears, yeah, I've been wanting to do a story time for like a while, but again, I just never knew like what to talk about because I don't want to be boring, and most story times I've watched, they're boring, so I didn't want to do that. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get this video popping in 3, 2, 1. Virginity story, here we go. So I'm first going to start by saying safe sex is very important. Guys, get some condoms, wrap that thing up. Females, get you some condoms too, and if you can, get birth control. Birth control with condoms, you are guaranteed to have a safer sex. Like, you are double protected. So, get it if you can. So, with that being said, that leads into how it began with me. So, one day, it was around, like, October 30th, 29th, somewhere around, like, Halloween time. And, I was telling my mom that, you know, prom would be there soon, and I wanted to lose my virginity prom night to my boyfriend that I still have. And she didn't overreact. She was like, you know, you're 18, you're at the age where you're considered an adult, and I thank you for telling me, but I would feel more comfortable if you get birth control before you do it. So on Halloween, I know it's so weird and creepy, but that's the only time they could fit me in. I got my IUD, and what IUD is, if you don't know, is a form of birth control that is inserted. And I got the Kalina, which lasts 5 years, and until I'm ready to take it out. But basically what IUD is, it blocks off, like, you still have to use condoms with it. Like, it doesn't protect you from like STDs, stuff like that. Like, you still are supposed to wear condoms, so you are double protected. But it basically just stops, like, if any sperm was to like, or like one little sperm was to like get there, then it basically has a barrier of like, tries to block it as best as it can. The goal is for no sperm to try to get there. That's why you use condoms. But anyway, there's like 3 different types or 4 of IUDs, I'm not sure, but so far so good. I had to wait a couple of days like after getting it because my body had to get used to it, and it actually had to, I don't know how to say this, it actually had to work. Like, it had to get used to being inside my uterus. Like, it had to be used to being right there and working functionally. So like for maybe, I think it was a couple days, yeah, a couple days I waited. And so the one day, I just like texted my boyfriend, and I was like, oh, I'm bored, I don't want to be in the house. And I thought he was joking when he texted back, but he was like, you know, you could come get some dick. And I was like, oh, really? I'm coming. Like, I'm on my way. So he was like, you better not be playing with me, like, da da da, stuff like that. Now, the reason why he said you better not be playing with me is because we had a picnic over the summer. If it was summer, spring, something around there. And that was when we planned having sex. And I did not have birth control then. My mom did not know about it. I had condoms though. And so we were in my car and we basically tried, and I was just too scared. Like, I was jittery, I was nervous. I was like, no. I went. So he stopped, we stopped, and I was like, maybe I wasn't ready as I thought I was. So, but that was like before me getting my IUD. So I had some time to like really think about it, like when I went home and stuff like that. So I told him I wasn't playing this time. Like, I really think I can do it, and I feel like I'm ready. And so I drove to like this little park that he has, and he was just gonna meet me there. And he met me there. And so we got in my car, he put the condom on, and I was still kind of nervous, but I realized that it was all in my head. I realized that it was just something that I was ready for it, but I was scaring myself. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna hurt. Oh my God, it's this. And so then it happened, and it didn't hurt that bad. I felt a pinch, and it was over. And then I guess it started, like, that sounds weird, but it started to feel pleasurable, not painful. Like, I didn't have excruciating pain. Like, it was not that. And some women are different, but the way I was thinking, it was like, oh my God, this is gonna be terrible, this is gonna hurt, but it was not that bad. And so I actually was like, at the end I was like kind of laughing, because I was like, wow, I actually did it. Like, because I really thought I was gonna do it, because of the way I was in so much in my head. But I overcame it, and I was proud of myself. I really was. I wasn't sore afterwards. I did bleed, but I wasn't sore afterwards. After that, I took a shower when I got home, and I called my mom, and she was out of town during this. And I was like, Mom, I just, like, lost my virginity. And the first question she asked was like, did it hurt? Not even did I use a condom or anything. And I was like, no, it didn't hurt that bad. And then it was, did you use a condom? And I was like, yeah. So yeah, that's basically my virginity story. I mean, not really much to it. I mean, you just do it. Like, don't do it unless you're sure. Like, do not do it unless you really want it. And I would advise people to, again, be safe. Like, it only takes one time. It really does. I've seen it happen so many times. And it's so unfortunate, because some of these girls be 16, 17, and they know that, okay, I'm supposed to use a condom, and they don't, and they think they're invincible, but you're not. You end up pregnant, boo-boo. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to have sex, be safe. And also too, for women or men, because men can be involved in this too, don't feel pressured just because other people are around you doing it and talking about it. You do it when you're ready. Nobody else could tell you you're ready but you. So don't feel pressured. Just don't do it until you're ready. So yeah, that's basically my virginity story. I don't know how good it was, but I tried. So moving on to the near-death experience. Now that might be a longer one, maybe not. I don't know, we just gonna have to see. But yeah. Okay, so the last story, a near-death experience. Hold on, sorry. Whew, throat's dry. But anyway, the near-death experience story. So, I'm a diabetic, and I've been a diabetic for like 11 years now. Yes. So, there's a thing called a low, and that's where like you need sugar, you need carbs, period. So, when you're low, well, I know when I'm low, I feel weak, I'm irritable, and like it doesn't hurt, but I just have no energy. So I was so low one day that I was unresponsive. Like, sorry, I couldn't wake up. And it was kind of like an outer body experience. Like, I could hear what was going on around me, but it was just dark. Like, I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't do anything. And it was scary. And then I used to lock my door like at night. I don't know why. I just, teenagers lock their door. Excuse me. And I locked my door in that time, and my cousin kicked it down. Like, kicked my door all the way down off the hinges. Like, I had to get a new door. So, I just hear all these people around me. I hear my mom, I hear my grandma, I hear my brother, my cousin, and then I just hear just like sirens. So I was like, oh my god, something's happening. And then I felt like a bunch of hands on me, and I was like freaking out because you can't open your eyes, you don't know what's going on, and like you scared. I was scared. So I only remember some of this because at the same time I was knocked out. Like, I was totally just gone. So I remember like somebody pouring like sugar in my mouth and jelly, something that can dissolve for me easily. So like I couldn't obviously chew. I was like knocked out. So basically I was unresponsive. Like, I was breathing, but like I physically could not wake up. Like, I was close to not breathing though. Like, they said that I would almost like had to be revived, which is very scary. And it's a scary thing. And so I remember opening my eyes, being confused of what's going on, being asked, do I remember my age? Do I remember where I lived? I know who my mom is, like how many dogs I have, stuff like that. And the first go around, like, I know I got them wrong because he was like, no, that's wrong. And my mom was like, yeah, that's wrong. But then the second time I was starting to come back, and there's a thing called a mini glute, where it's this little needle that gives you this little shot that helps you like come up, your blood sugar come back up slowly but surely. You still need food with it. And my mom, she's a nurse, so she knew what to do. She gave me that, and when you get mini glutes, that's what they call it, and it's called a glucagon, your bones are so sore, like your muscles. It's because the sugar is eating up your muscle, your bones, stuff like that. So, and this was a school day, so of course I missed school. I went to work with my mom because she was like, I don't want you to go to school. She was really worried. Like, that took a big toll on my family, because if nobody was to come in my room, I would be dead, like, unresponsive. Like, I would not be here. And that's really hard to think about, because life is very short. Like, you don't ever know, like, what is gonna happen. So thank the Lord I haven't had an episode like that in a while. That was 2 years ago, 3. I think it was 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. And I haven't had a low that wild since. That had to be at least like 20 something. And that's low. Like, I've been 20 before, but never in my sleep. Like, I'm lucky enough that my lows wake me up. Like, I can feel if I'm 60, I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm low. Like, I'm lucky enough that it wakes me up. But that time, I had to be 20, but I'm, like I said, I've never been 20 in my sleep. Like, yeah, so it was a scary thing. Yeah, this story wasn't long. It wasn't long at all, but that's okay, because I'm done. I talked y'all's ear off, basically. I did pretty good. So, the end is near. I basically talked y'all's ear off. I'm slick tired of talking. I don't talk this much. So, yeah. This was fun, though. This was fun. I like talking it to some extent, but sometimes I just be like, woo, too much, girl, too much. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to whoever, because they said it on my YOLO, whoever requested this. Thank you very much if you're watching this. I'm not sure what the next video will be. I gotta figure that out. But until then, you'll just have to stay tuned. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm out.